Wanted to take you down to the coast, check in with ABC 13 reporter Brandon Hamilton down in Galveston to see how conditions are down there this morning.
Good morning. One word to describe the conditions right now here along the seawall in Galveston is windy. You can just see the choppy waves behind me. Mother Nature doing its work, moving this water here along the seawall. We were out here yesterday as families came out, just getting in that last minute fun. We were able to talk to some who told us they were packing their bags to head inland. Others say, well, they were going to stick it out.
If you have any sort of level of concern of storms, I don't think you would move to Galveston Island, and they just did about a year or two ago, so I don't think their level of concern is too great for the moment. But you never know. So that's the weird part, is like you hopefully prepare for the worst and hope the best happens. So.
And again, you can just see how angry these waves are this morning, just able to see and just understand that there is something brewing in the Gulf, moving this water here on shore. And just take a look, you can see where the sand, you should be able to see the sand. Well, it is covered with water this morning. So those are the conditions right now here along the seawall in Galveston. Brandon Hamilton, ABC 13. Eyewitness News.
All right, Brandon, good practice for all of us as we get ready for hurricane season. Let's go down to Surfside now that because of the tides and because of the rain, definitely having an impact on the roads. Our Nick Notario there with the very latest on that.
As steady rain makes its way out to Surfside Beach, it's certainly having an impact out here. Let's go ahead and show you what it looks like that neighbors are dealing with out here. You can see a lot of the roadways, some of them even impassable because of the water that has fallen here and overtaken a number of the streets and yards. And it's not just the water that's on the roadways, but there are some stretches of the street here that also have debris that is washed onto the street. So it is very dangerous driving conditions out here in this coastal community as vehicles, you can see, struggle to make it down certain streets, don't want to risk it. And it's not just issues with the roadways out here, also the beach. There are double red flags currently right now as village leaders do not want people out on the beach. You can't drive out there. They also don't want you in the water. And that's because of concerns with rip currents. They say it's in very dangerous conditions, and they don't want to put their officers at risk by having people get out into the water. Now, we spoke to the mayor yesterday, and he explained that even if this area were to get a few inches of rain, it could cause some major issues.
There is a lot of rip currents out there, and the conditions are really, really bad. And I do not want to put any of my officers that are my beach rescue guys in that predicament to have to go out and try to save someone.
Back out here, you can see the drivers having some issues trying to get around out here on the roadways in Surfside Beach. And I spoke to a neighbor who lives not far from here, and he told me that this morning as high tide came in, he tried to step outside and he had 3 feet of water that he had to wade through. And he told me, in fact, that this was way worse than they expected. He knew that there was, some tropical development possibly in the Gulf, and he thought it may cause a little bit of issue, but nothing like this. And after this were to happen, he's really concerned about what could happen if a hurricane were to come here later this summer. He says the big thing, if you are interested to come out here, don't. Not only can you not go to the beach, but driving is an issue, not just because of the water, but that debris. And he says there could be nails in some of that wood, and you could end up with a flat tire. We're in Surfside Beach. Nick Notario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Nick, thanks. Stay safe for you guys out there.